Welcome Ramley, how are my defending Super Bowl champions doing today? Today I'm here to tell you why the Atlanta Falcons might not be as easy of an opponent as you may think. Let's get right into it. Both teams started the season off 0-1. While the Rams got embarrassed by the Buffalo Bills, the Falcons blew another fourth quarter lead and lost to the Saints on a last-second field goal. Now, one of these teams will be 1-1 while the other will go on and remain winless. Now let's talk about the injuries. For Atlanta, linebacker Deion Jones was placed on IR with a shoulder injury, and he won't be back until week 5 at the earliest. Other than that, they're pretty healthy going forward into week 2. For the Rams, center Brian Allen is out with a knee injury, and Van Jefferson is questioning a return from his offseason knee surgery. It's looking like there is a chance that Van Jefferson actually suits up this week. And good news, as of right now, left tackle Joe Noteboom has not appeared on the injury report, despite spraining his MCL against Buffalo. So barring some unforeseen circumstances, our offensive line from left to right will be Noteboom, Edwards, Coleman Shelton at center, most likely Tremaine Ankrum at right guard, and Havenstein at right tackle. Slightly different from last week, but surely this unit can't play any worse than what it did against Buffalo. Now let's talk about what I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing how this team responds to adversity. This Rams team should be embarrassed at their performance last week. This team was outplayed and outcoached on all phases of the game. I think I speak for every member of Rams Nation, every member of this Ramley, when I say that last week was very difficult to watch. That's not the same team that won the Super Bowl a couple months ago. And I am definitely keeping a very close eye on Jalen Ramsey. Last week was the worst game of his career, and that came after a very bad performance in the Super Bowl. Now I need to know, is this just a new norm or just 2 fluky games? I'm watching him very closely on every possession. After bad games, good players and great teams come back strong. I do believe Jalen Ramsey is still a great player, and I definitely believe this Rams roster is still a great team. But this Falcons team isn't going to roll over for us. And after blowing another fourth quarter double-digit lead, Atlanta has a lot to prove. Now let's talk about the passing game versus the passing defense. The Falcons gave up a 67% completion rate and a 111 passer rating to Jameis Winston in week 1. Now Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay should see this and get really excited. But the Falcons also sacked Winston 4 times and hit him 8 times. And if the Falcons can get that kind of pressure on Stafford, the Rams will once again struggle in the passing game. The key for Atlanta is simple. It's getting pressure on Stafford. Because if you don't, Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson will march up and down the field with ease. On the other side, you have a quarterback that didn't have a great game throwing the ball in week 1. Marcus Mariota only finished with 215 yards passing. Rookie wide receiver Drake London looked really good and ready to contribute right away. And soon-to-be star tight end Kyle Pitts only finished the game with 2 catches. That might make you think that he's ready for a big day any game now. What gave Josh Allen such success in week 1 moving the ball through the air was him getting rid of the ball very quick in order to neutralize the pass rush. In week 1, Aaron Donald still had the highest pass rush win rate, say that 5 times fast, pass rush win rate of anyone in the NFL. And yet he only got to Josh Allen 1 time because Josh Allen got rid of the ball extremely fast. And I just don't know if Marcus Mariota is good enough to consistently do that throughout the game. Now, while the Falcons' passing attack isn't something we should worry about much, this running game is another story. Atlanta finished with 201 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns in week 1. And that was against a pretty solid New Orleans Saints defense. Cordero Patterson kind of gets an unfair bad rap because he never really lived up to the potential of being such a highly drafted player coming into Minnesota. After a few years in the NFL, he was even asked to switch positions, moving from wide receiver to running back. But he's been playing great for this Atlanta team. Last week, he finished with 120 rushing yards on a whopping 5.5 yards per carry. And quarterback Marcus Mariota finished the game with 12 carries for 72 yards. And this comes after this Rams defense gave up over 50 yards to Josh Allen. If Atlanta can get the running game going like this on Sunday, we'll be in for a great game. And on the other side, I'm not sure who will be our feature running back. My guess is both Henderson and Akers will get a decent amount of work. I'm thinking after calling out Cam Akers to the media this week, this coaching staff is going to be eager to see how Cam Akers responds to that. So I expect him to get a little more work than he did in week 1. Both Henderson and Akers should fare a lot better than they did against the Bills front 7. So let's get into the main question now. How do the Rams win this game? It starts up front. They win this game by protecting Matthew Stafford and opening up holes for Darrell Henderson and Cam Akers. It's really that simple on offense. If this offensive line can do that, then this team will put up a lot of points. It's simple. You protect Stafford, you get the running game started. It all starts with the offensive line. This offense will be unstoppable. And on defense, they contain Marcus Mariota and keep him in the pocket while slowing down Cordero Patterson. It's all about slowing the running game down here. We don't have to complicate things. We win with our offensive line playing great and stopping the run on defense. Now, how does the Atlanta Falcons win this game? Hopefully they don't. But this is how they do it. They continue to get pressure on Stafford, just like they did on Jameis Winston. If you could do that and win the turnover battle, you're gonna have a very, very close game and a very decent chance at winning, especially if you can establish the run like they did in week 1. Matthew Stafford has shown time and time again when he is pressured and he doesn't feel comfortable in the pocket, he will make mistakes. And if you can get him to do that, you get a few turnovers, you protect the ball on offense, and you get that running game going, I could see Atlanta sneaking this one out. Now let's get into my prediction. I honestly, guys, do think that this Atlanta team is a lot better than a lot of people are giving them credit for. Marcus Mariota gives this team a run dynamic that they never had with Matt Ryan. And honestly, in Matt Ryan's old age, I wouldn't even say Matt Ryan's a better passer than Marcus Mariota either. They also have a lot of really good young pass catchers that will continue to get better. And after blowing a fourth quarter double-digit lead, I know they are eager to rebound. Unfortunately for them, the defending Super Bowl champions are at home and they have a lot more to prove. After getting embarrassed in week 1, this coaching staff along with this veteran leadership on this roster will not allow this team to come out flat again. At least not in consecutive weeks. They will be prepared 110%. Although I like this Falcons team, I expect the Rams offensive line to play a lot better, and that will drastically improve Stafford's game, and I think the Rams win by a decent margin. I got the Rams 30, the Falcons 21. Thank you for watching, and click right here for more Rams content.